Hi guys, welcome back to Our New Show. You're still watching our signature segment, See the Stories. So last week we had this nostalgic concert with the duo and from Norway, M2M, coming to Jakarta for a concert. It was amazing, and today we do have a very special chance to speak with them. So without further ado, please welcome M2M. Hi guys! It's so great to see you. Thank you so much for having this interview with us. So can you share with us, the experience of coming to Jakarta last week?
It was an amazing experience for us.
So amazing.
Yes.
It became an emotional thing. It was the first concert on the tour. So it was the first time we played with this band and did this concert, and it felt like everything fell into place.
Yes, and the audience was crazy. They were singing along and screaming, and it was the perfect audience. Like, we couldn't have asked for anything else.
No.
We loved it. Yes.
Yeah.
Guys, we know that you are big in Southeast Asia, even in Asia. So does that influence your perspective on, hosting an Asian tour?
Well, when we decided we wanted to start putting the band back together and going back on tour, we knew that we had to start in Asia. We saw that there were still so many listeners here every month, millions, and we had great memories here from 20 years back. And it's turned out to be the best idea ever.
Yes.
Yes. All the rooms are full. People are singing along. They know every word. It's like a warm, very focused audience, so much enthusiasm. And we're saying hi to people every night who have listened to our music all this time, If it hadn't been for them keeping this music alive, we wouldn't be able to go on tour right now.
And I saw some of the clips from your concert. It looks like it's lots of fun, very emotional. Lots of people cried in the concert. Even you guys, I saw some clips, you guys cried during the performance. So guys, any interesting story from the tour so far, especially the one in Jakarta?
There is so much. But
Yeah. I think it's just, it was really our first M2M concert ever, because we only did showcases and acoustic performances and stuff like that. So this, in Jakarta, it was the first M2M concert ever. So when we then stepped on stage and we realized, how many people were there and how many people were singing along, it got so emotional for us.
Yeah.
So that's why we started crying. We just couldn't hold it back.
No.
It just
It
happened.
was too much. Yeah.
So I think, and just people knew like every song and singing out so loud. It was just how we dreamt it would be.
Yeah.
It was the perfect
First
really.
word
Yeah.
of the first song.
Yes.
It was like a declaration of love. It was there.
That's amazing. I spoke to some of the fans who came to the concert in Jakarta. They're not only coming from Jakarta, but they also came from other cities in Indonesia. Some are like 6-hour drive away, and I'm like, wow, you guys, that's just amazing. They came all the way just to see you guys. It's amazing. And congratulations on the 25th anniversary of Shades of Purple. And you guys also released Still in My Dreams, right? And yeah, so what inspired you guys, to revisit these iconic songs and reimagine them for 2025?
Well, we wanted to, give the fans something. We wanted to revisit these songs, and it's 25 years ago since we released the album, so it was great for us to go back in the studio and discover these songs again.
It's like we're rediscovering this friendship and these songs at the same time, and doing the work of going in the studio and finding out what M2M sounds like in 2025 has been a big part of also tying everything together with the concert sounding different but us kind of finding our footing in both the friendship and the music. So it's been a lot of fun. It's been very joyous work, all of it.
Most definitely. And Marian, you mentioned that your voice blended seamlessly again after 20 years apart. So it almost making it impossible, to tell who's who. So guys, can you elaborate on that unique vocal chemistry after 22, 23 years apart, and how it felt to, rediscover it during the recording process?
Well, I think maybe just our second meeting just at my apartment, actually, we sat down with the guitar and started singing the M2M songs. And we were so surprised how our singing voices just blended together right away. That it's like muscle memory, like our body, our brains just remembered how it was 25 years ago. It's so strange, but so nice in the same way. I think it really took us by surprise.
Yeah.
And
it was so easy. That's the thing, like everything, getting the wheels in motion again, and diving back into this music, everything feels so easy and fun, and we understand, like, obviously we started singing and writing songs together when we were so young, when we were kids. So we came into this together, and that's why I think it's so, when it fell into place, it was not hard work. Feels like play.
That's great. Merit, you produced Still in My Dreams EP at Marian's request, I heard. So what was your approach to, reimagining these beloved tracks while staying true to the original essence? And also, what, new sonic elements did you want to bring for the 2025 version?
Well, I wanted it to stay true to the songs, of course. It also made me really proud because it turns out we were really great songwriters even back then. And we wrote these songs when we were 14, 15, 16 years old. So now with my grown-up songwriters and producing brain, I was really impressed by the work. It was fun to pick it apart and put it back together in a sonic landscape that was more 2025. I tried to think like, what would happen if Casey Musgraves went to a party with Sabrina Carpenter? What would that sound like if they sat down for an acoustic something? I think, but also, of course, our voices, our stories, the lyrics, that was always the focus of our work anyway. And that's, I think I can proudly say that this is pretty timeless stuff. Yeah. So I didn't need to do any big magic tricks. It was basically there. Yeah.
Right. It's interesting that you mentioned Sabrina Carpenter. She's one of the pop star the past year, I guess. And, music has been evolving so much over the past 23 years. So how do you feel that M2M sound has evolved over the past years, and reflecting on, the newcomers artists like Sabrina Carpenter?
What I think is so amazing is that there are just so many strong, amazing female songwriters right now. I think the most interesting new music that comes out has been written by women. So now, even though we've taken like a 22-year hiatus, we come straight back into this this tradition that we were a part of also starting. So obviously, I think also the fact that we've both had really long solo careers means that we've been connected to the music business all this time. It's not like we're diving back in and we're completely raw.
Yep, and the EP itself, features 5 most streamed songs from your time apart, with Don't You Say You Love Me as the first single. So what does it mean to you to know that these particular tracks have resonated so strongly with the fans over the years, even during your hiatus?
It feels really, good for us to hear, the stories the fans are telling us. I met a guy in Jakarta, I think it was maybe in the hotel lobby, and he was telling me, that his mom grew up with M2M and loved M2M. and he was actually born the year Shades of Purple came out. So he was like 25 years old.
So he literally grew up with our music.
Yes. So his mom loved the music, and now he loves the music. And now, like, on the show yesterday here in Hong Kong, there were girls that were only like 5 years old and 10 years old. So they're almost like a third generation again listening to our music. It's mind-blowing that our songs, you know, keep living and going from generation to generation.
Yeah.
So it's over. Yeah, we were laughing about it. How, you know, when we were young, we really liked Cat Stevens because my dad was listening to Cat Stevens, and now we're like the Cat Stevens for young people.
That's actually true because in the concert in Jakarta, I saw some families. You know, there's like a mom brought her daughter to get like tag her along, and it's like, oh, that's an interesting side. And also, one thing I noticed is that a lot of people are having reunion with their friends. Like I talked to some of them, and they say, oh, I listened to them ever since middle school. Middle school is like year 7, year 8, you know, and they're going with their middle school friends, which is fun. And you know, that's really great how you bring these people back together, and it's just great, guys. And yeah, so with my last question, looking ahead with the Asia tour and the Norway concert in Horizon, what are your hopes and expectations for this new chapter of M2M, and what message do you have for your fans who continue to support your music over the past 25 years?
Oh, we just want to keep on playing as much as we can. We realized when we were on stage in Jakarta that, you know, it was really right that we did it, and we're so happy we didn't miss that, you know, that whole thing. So we just want to keep on playing as much as we can and go to many countries, and we're going to Philippines tonight, and it's 8,000 people 2 nights in a row, so I think it's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, this turns out to be the best idea ever.
And we just want to thank everybody that was in the audience in the concert that, you know, sang along, and thanks for keeping our music alive. And yeah, the people in Indonesia are, wow.
Yeah.
We're so happy the tour started there. It was perfect
to start. Yeah.
That's amazing, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the lovely concert, for the lovely interview, and it's been fun with you guys. So thank you so much, and best of luck for your upcoming concerts. And I hope that when you come to Jakarta, we'll get to have you guys in our studio in See Today. Thank you so much, guys. All right. So that wraps up our interview with M2M. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned on See Today.